Hello and welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to discuss the behavioral effects of caffeine. And in the beginning, I have mentioned that when a regular users of caffeine take more than 300 milligram of caffeine in a day, which is equivalent to 3 cups of coffee, then they found that if a person is using caffeine regularly 300 milligram a day, and then the person leaves that habit suddenly, then it can affect the performance, especially cognitive functions of that person. And this explained in terms of the withdrawal effects that may result in poorly perform functions without caffeine or with low amount of caffeine. I want to share you one of the articles on the cognitive functions and psychological stress related to the low dose of caffeine. And this research was conducted in Turkey, in Istanbul, and they found some results that effect of the caffeine. They have discussed the effect of caffeine on anxiety-like behavior and cognitive function. And then they found that if we take a look on the conclusion, we found that the increased anxiety-like behavior and depleted cognitive functions under stress conditions were improved both with acute and predominantly chronic caffeine-free treatments by decreasing oxidative damage parameters. And actually, if I explain you in simple words, they are claiming that with the mild use of coffee can help to reduce the and can improve the anxiety and cognitive functions under the stress conditions. So they mentioned the claim under stress condition because we discussed in our previous lecture that usually coffee causes anxiety if we use for longer duration, but this research is showing that it can help to reduce the anxiety but under the stress conditions. So in under stress condition, if a person taking coffee, it can help to reduce anxiety. But under the normal level where a person is healthy, stress or no stress condition were employed, then in that cases, prolonged use can lead to anxiety. So this is a different research that I found, and they mentioned that actually they did this research on animals, on animal models, but that's the problem because this is not the research, this is not a clinical trial, this is a preclinical trials on animal. So yet this is the research that I want to share, that they mentioned that the low dose of caffeine can help on cognitive functions in conditions with the psychological stress. But again, I mention again that these are the preclinical trials on animals, so we cannot generalize that concept to humans. So my next question is that high consumption of coffee or energy drinks can help the academic performances among the college students, and I need your comments that will students need to take coffee to enhance their academic performance, or it is not required. Students can improve their cognitive functions without the use of energy drinks or coffee by a natural lifestyle or by a healthy lifestyle other than coffee and energy drinks. So please give me your comments in the Moodle. Then they are also talking about the use of caffeine as vasoconstrictive effect, and they mention that caffeine can be helpful in relieving the pain such as migraine. And however, a study of non-migraine headache pain found that caffeine reduced the headache pain even in individuals who normally consume little or no caffeine. So in other words, we can say that a mild headache can be cured or can be treated by using caffeine, But for migraine, they mentioned that the caffeine can be helpful in treating them. And in 1998, the FDA allowed the relabeling of the extra strength drug that contains 65 milligram of caffeine for over-the-counter use. So, in terms of the treatment, caffeine has been used and has been successful in treating the migraine pain. But some researchers also show that it is also beneficial for reducing the headache. That is why this is a common observation that if somebody is feeling some headache, he or she drink coffee or tea to improve the headache, to reduce the headache. Then the next slide, they are talking about the hyperactivity, and many studies have looked on the effect of caffeine on the behavior of children diagnosed with attention deficient hyperactivity disorder, and the results are found inconsistent. Some studies showing that there will be a decrease of the hyperactivity with the use of with the high use of caffeine, but the results are not conclusive because some of the studies are not supporting that. Then the next is sobering up. It is thought that the excessive use of alcohol or the effect of alcohol can be reduced by taking coffee, but the evidence is not yet available or not yet supported. Very few studies support that functions. So actually, the coffee effect is just like you make it more alert. It just make you more awake, and increase of alertness is the function of using coffee. But actually the caffeine have their own functions for alertness, which is actually arise if a person is drunk and then after drunk he take coffee to become sober up. So actually coffee have their own functions, alcohol have their own functions. So thank you so much for today's lecture. Hope to see you again.